Welcome to another Fix-It-Yourself video. Hello, we ordered a IKEA desk. This is a MALM. This is article 60214159, 140 by 65, and it's white. It came in 2 boxes. This is the first of 2 boxes, and that's the second. So we're going to unbox all this stuff now, and we'll put it together, and we'll show you how this all goes together. We'll read the instructions together, and we'll figure out how to assemble this. So these are the instructions that came with the MALM desk. So we're going to open this up. The first thing they tell us is you're going to get all these parts that we need to check. You need a hammer, looks like a Phillips, and a flathead, so which I have. And then we're going to go through and make sure that we have all of these hardware pieces that are supposed to come with it, and verify that we have the correct number of each item. Okay, and then we'll follow these instructions step by step after we verify that we have all these parts. So the first step is you have to find that one piece here and get these numbers. You see they tell you the number here, so we're going to look for that number 118331 and find 2 of those and put them in here. So let's do that. So after going through all the contents in the first box number 1, I couldn't find any of the hardware, so I'm assuming that the hardware is in box number 2. So let's open up box number 2. Be careful not to put too much of a cut into the box. You just want to cut the cardboard. Okay, there's all our hardware. So we're going to have to go through all this and make sure that we have all our pieces. Okay, so we've opened up the box and we have scattered out all of our parts. So then we can go through and check them all off, okay? We have a little Allen key, the big Allen key. We have 3 of those, 1, 2, 3, 2 of those, and 2 of those. So we've got everything. Okay, so I've put everything away into a couple of bags so they're easy to get to. And here's the tools that we need. These are all the tools we're going to need. Phillips, flathead, hammer, and the tools that came in the package. And then these sliders are here, looks like, yeah. And they're all here, so we'll put them aside. And now the first step is we want you to take this drawer front here, start assembling that drawer front. So let's see what they tell us here. So this drawer front, right here, you're going to need that piece and use these item numbers 118331, not the 114613. We'll take a look at what they tell us to do here. And you see how they show us here 2 holes, and the line at the back is this line here. So we're going to orient that the same way, like that, and make sure that we put those inside the holes, these holes here, not the ones closer to the line. So we're going to put 2 of those. This one here and here. Just try to line them up as straight as you can and try to get them in. Try not to bend them as you put them in. Don't put too much pressure, enough to just push it in, but not too much that you strip the wood. So that's the first one in. Okay, Very good. So we've done that step one. The next step is to find those two side pieces and put the dowels in. And they're telling you, not the fat ones and not the long fat ones, but the skinny guys, two of the skinny guys, which are in this bag here. So I'll open up this bag and prep two of those skinny ones. And we'll put one skinny one here, and one skinny one there. And then we need to find those two pieces that have the little slits in the side. So I'm going to find those now here. It's these here, okay? So there's one, and there's two. So now, given that this is a drawer, this would be the bottom of the drawer, the flat side, that side, and I would put that in there, see? This is your top of your drawer when you open it. So you open the drawer, it's going to come out like that, and there's your flat bottom. You're going to put that in like that. So that's what they're telling us. Step two is to put these guys in. So put one there, and orient that like that. Put the next second one here. We'll put that on. Bing bang. So we finished step one, we finished step two. Now they're telling us we need the ones here, not the big, not this number of 103430, but 120076. There you go. So that's our two items there. And they want us to put them in and pop the sides in. So how you do these, you get your flathead screwdriver, you put that in there in this orientation because you're basically going to twist that. You see how they show you to put that in? They show you to put that in like that. Put that arrow down like that. This is the arrow here. You see, there's a little arrow. And put that facing down, pop it in, and then they want you to turn it clockwise, a quarter turn, like that, until you feel it catch. It's a little more than a quarter turn. Do the same thing on the other side. Put this guy down. And we're going to turn this until it catches there. Almost 180 degrees. So just make sure it's good and tight. There we go. The next step, follow us here, is to put this piece, which is your bottom, into this bottom piece here. So we're going to find that. Make sure it would be this. Okay. And then looking at this, it would be your nice side. So that would go in here, like that. And then find that bottom piece. So that would be this one here. This is your backing piece, I guess. Okay, they're showing us that we should do this on a flat surface. So let's find this flat surface here. Let's try to do this there, okay? So they want us to pop these two, one on each side, into this. So we're going to turn that guy around, put in here, put in there. Okay, here's the trick. You see how they show this? This guy here has a slot, and that slot has to go in here. So essentially, they're telling us they want this to go in here, and this to go into that slot, the way I've just done it, you see? So it's got to go in that slot, so it holds in there, and then that should line up your, yes, that would line you up so that those things would go into the holes. And then it should tap right in. We got that side in, and that side in. So really, I shouldn't be doing it on this nice clean piece because I could scratch this. But to show you, okay, so I'm going to try to put that on there like that. And then on there like that. There. Drawers in. That drawers in. That's it. Okay, so now what? Now they're telling us they want us to put these sliders in. Let's take a look at those two sliders. Probably best to take my scissors and cut this open. Get those sliders So if you look at what they've shown us here, so this guy here, there's a left and a right of this type and this type. So if you look, there's two types. There's this type that has like a bit of a thicker section here. And there's this type which is kind of just straight. So there should be a left and right of these, and a left and right of those. So we put those to the side. Probably go in the drawer in the actual desk itself. This goes on the drawer. So let's find this. Where's the left and where's the right? So we're looking for the left and the right here. Okay, so I have found these. I'm going to bring them up close to the camera so you can see the markings. So when they say, this one here says, I don't know if you can see it here, it says IKEA. And this particular one says DR right here. Maybe I can get it up close here. See where it says DR? Right there where my thumb is? DR. That's a DR. And this one, it says DL right there. So that's what you're looking for. So DL goes here on the left side with the wheel on that side. Goes like that. And what they want us to do is put in this hole and this hole, they want us to put these numbers 100365, which would be in that little baggie. 100365. You're supposed to have 8 of those, so we marked 8, and it looks like the shorter ones. There's shorter ones and longer ones, right? So the 344 are the longer ones. We don't want to go with those ones because they're fatter and longer. We want to go with these. These are the 100 365s. So 100 365 go into the side. So I take that, it looks like a Phillips. Take my Phillips, put that in. Remember, wheel on the back side of the drawer here. There you go. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So what that does is it holds it in here so it can't fall. The other one will hold it there, and once it's in place, there's no place for that little bottom of the drawer to go. So that's it. Put that guy on here. Same thing. One over here. Now we've assembled the first drawer, the top drawer, and we've done up to step 7. So that's all complete up to step 7. We've done all of those. Now we go on to the next, and this is the tricky part. Now we're assembling, looks like we're assembling the outer parts of this drawer here. You see how they highlighted that? So we got to find these two big sections and put the other parts of these sliders into here, and they're showing us where. So you have to find the orientation of all these holes correctly to match these two panels, and we'll lay them out flat here. So we're going to move all this stuff out of the way, find the two panels that belong here, which I believe are those over there on the left side of the wall. We're going to lay them out flat like they've shown here, and we're going to assemble these two things on here, okay? And then all of these little parts, and we'll move on step by step. So let's get that cleaned up, and then we'll do all that, okay? Okay, so we've oriented everything correctly, and we're going to put on these two drawers just like they're showing with the wheels facing there. So we're going to put one wheel like that. This one would go here, and this one would go, and it's showing that we're using the 365s again, 100 365s, and we're using these and we're putting them in, and it's showing that we've got to put that into the hole. It would be, I guess, this hole here. No? Yeah, that hole right there. Not that one, because that would be that hole back there, but it's showing us it's going into that hole. So we're going to line that up there, and one goes in that hole, and of course the other one goes there. Same thing here. One goes in that hole, one goes in there. So we're going to need 4 of those guys, 4 of those screws. So let's get our screwdriver and pop those in. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. One there. So now we're going to put 4 of these, 11, 83, 3, 1. 4 of these, and you have to pay special attention where they're telling you to put these. Okay, so I've got this in the same orientation like that. So 1, 2, 1, 2. That's these ones here, beside the 1, 2, 3 big holes. 1, 2, 3 big holes, and beside those. So we're going to put one on each side of there. So put one here. You know, you can kind of feel when it's going in, like you don't want to overdo it because you don't want it too loose, but at the same time, you do not want to strip that particle board. So you have to kind of feel when it's in good and solid, but you know, it's not too loose, but you're not going to overdo it because you'll just strip that and then you're in trouble. Okay, so don't over strip that. Once you get it, it's important to line it up straight. Once you get it on, you can just feel that it's getting tight. You can actually strip that if you pushed it hard enough. So be careful not to get that in straight. Start threading it in and keep going. So now we've got that step done. Now we're on to our next step. So I'm going to bring this up close so we can see it. So we've done this. Now we've done this part. And the next is taking the big, looks like those pieces there, the back piece, and they're saying here, this side here is not with the 2 rough sides, but with a smooth side. So they want a smooth side on this side. So we're going to find this piece here, which I believe is that one there or that one there. And we're going to pop 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 of those dowels. They show us the numbers here, and it's the little guys, not the fat short ones, not the fat long ones. So again, here we are. We're looking for that piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes of the small holes. So the only piece that I was able to find that has that is this one here. So you can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 holes. 1, 2, 3 holes. We have the rough edge. It's not really rough, but it's not a real nice white finished edge. Here's the white finished edge. So we're going to orient this like this. We'll put them 1, 2, and 3. And here's our nice white edge. We'll line up those holes right there. Use your hands is better. Looks like I damaged it a tiny bit, but you shouldn't see that. Okay, so next, you've asked us to put 3 on the top there, okay? And then we're gonna have to find the one with the 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the side, which looks like this one. Okay. I've got that piece here with the 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the piece that's going to go on here. And this is going to show 6 times this one here. Number 101350. That's the fat one here. Okay. So we're going to get 6 of those. So that's this guy here. So I'll get 6 of those guys. 6 dowels like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's get them ready. I'll put them in the holes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so, and next they're telling us to put that in, we're going to put them in, and yep, that's it, with those holes facing that way. So we want the nice clean side there, and the whole side facing our way. Now, what about this? Which is the nice side? Would that be like this or like that? Why didn't they show us? That would be the front side. So you see it's got a front side here, and that's got a rough side, or not a rough side, it's not the white side. This is the white side. I would say the white side has to face out here where your drawer front's going in, where the drawer goes in. So that would have to be like this. So if we're going to put this in correctly, this would have to go like this. See? There we go. So that's there, and that's your nice white edge, front side, drawer goes in. Okay, so let's follow the next step then here. We're going to go turn the page. We're going to see the next step here, which is take 2 of those and turn them in. So we're going to do that next. 2 of these, turn them in. So orient this like this. Here we go. Turn it. You'll feel when it kind of locks in, and you know you've done it right. Here we go. So that's pretty good now. We've done that. We've done that step. So the next step now is putting in 1, 2, 3, 4 side pieces. And that would be the ones that I've got, looks like, over on that side there. I'll go find those and put them in. So there I have it. I have 1, 2, 1, 2 there, and then I have those 2 which are over there, 1, 2, and then I've got 4 of these guys here. That's the fat one, 101 350s, 4 of those, 4 and 4 for each of these, and then 4 for each of those of the smaller ones. That's this one here, okay, not the fat ones. So I've got that all prepared, and we're going to pop all those in. And the next step after that is to turn that piece, flip it over as they show here, flip it over and put it on top, and then put in 2 of those turners to tighten it on. Okay, so we're going to do that next. Put that in there, and be careful, make sure you have your nice white side facing this way, because I can't imagine you would want to put it on that edge, it's disappearing. So put it like that. And same thing over here, so you can orient this. It looks like they're saying if you want to put the drawers so they're on the right side, you continue along like this. If you want the drawers so they're on the left side, then you go to page 24. So you got to decide which side you want your drawer facing, and then you go from this point on to that other drawer. Okay, page 24. So otherwise you continue along like this. Okay, so I've been told that we're going to make the desk with the drawer and the door on the right hand side of the desk instead of this way. So we're going to continue along here when we get to that step. For now, we're going to continue with this. We've just finished doing this. We're going to put that piece on top. Okay, so we'll do that now. Okay, so now the key is to try to get everything lined up. It's going to be a bit tricky. You're going to start with one side, I guess. And probably best to put these guys in first. These long things inside those holes. Get them lined up first. One there, one there. Okay, so we've got that step done. So let's see where we are. So we are now done up to step 14. We are now moving on. We've done step 14. We're moving on to step 15, okay? Which is we're going to put those two turn fasteners in and turn. And we're turning it clockwise. So let's get two of those. And here we go. We're going to put them in just like we did the ones in the bottom. We're going to turn them clockwise. So putting them in now. And one here. One. Good. So, we've got all that in. Next, now that we've done that, we've finished step 15. We're going to move on to the next step. So, this is where we have to get these three long items, big ones. We're talking about the top here, the top of the desk. So that's the big fat top piece over at the back wall there. And we're going to put three of those in. 1, 2, 3. And why are we looking at this? Okay. Oh, I see. They're showing you that they want you to orient this so that at the end, it ends up being in this configuration. So the two flat sides are facing that way for some reason, okay? And then after that, we're going to put in 4 of these 11-4-6-1-3s. Not the 11-8-3-3-1s that we put in before, but these other longer ones, which I believe are these ones here. Okay, we're going to need 4 of those. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 of them ready. We got 4 of those ready, and we're going to get our tool ready. And we're going to get these 3. So here we go, 3 plus 4. And we're going to get them into, and we need to orient this. We're going to orient this board in that way. That's our desktop. So we're going to put this down here, and just as we showed here, we have all these bunch of holes on this side, bunch of holes on that side. And then great distance away from there is those holes. So that's where those 3 long ones go. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to take our tool and we are going to turn using this tool. So we can do it by hand, I think, for first to start it. So just go in carefully, slowly. We're going to take this guy and we're going to help us to turn it by hand with this. Make sure you go slowly and that it doesn't go off at an angle. It should go in okay. Okay, so now that it gets going, get that going all the way down. And once we get to the point where you think it's going to stop, like right about there, we're going to make this so that this lines up nice like that. So that it's up and down like they show here. It should be lining up that way with the flat edges here on that side, not on the top. So same thing here. And it's about right there. I don't want to go too much because then I'll scratch and ruin all that sucker, but that looks good right there. with the flats, okay? All right, so now we've done that. Let's go here and look at it closer. We've done that. And the next thing is to put 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? I'm going to do that next. Okay. So now we're going to put these 4. Let's double check here. We're going to put these 4, 11, 6, 1, 3, number 11, 6, 1, 3s. I'm going to put those in this locations here. Those 2 most outers, one here, one there, and also this outer and that outer. So we're putting them there. So let's start with the far back ones. Remember, when you're putting these in, it's important that you line them up and keep them as straight as possible as you're threading them in. Because if you go a bit on an angle, you'll start to strip the wood. And you don't want that. You see, you try to go as straight as possible. And it goes in nice and neat. And again, tight but not over tight that you're going to strip the hole. So we've done step 16, 17, now we're going to do step 18, put 3 of those big suckers into that big hole there, this one here. So now we're going to line up this big piece like that. They tell us, according to this, 1, 2, 3 of those. So we're going to find those guys. 1, 2, 3. I don't know what them for. So, and there is, looks like there's a, I'll show you this, so I'll bring these up so you can see them. So it looks to me like they're showing, this is oriented in a way like this, you see? There's a thicker part of the diameter here and a thinner part. And the thicker part looks like it's going outside. Okay, like that. So that's what's critical in this image here, this hieroglyphic. So let's put it in like that. All of them oriented like that. So thicker parts facing up. Okay, so now they're showing us to put this guy on top of those. And I guess this will thread into that. So we're going to have to put the 2 big dowels here. That's the dowels that are marked 101, 356. 101, 101, 356 are the 8 that you have longest ones, okay? I'm going to get 2 of those, put them inside of here. 1 and 2, like that, just like they show us. And then we're going to take that guy up and put that in that orientation like that. We try to line that up so that it goes into the, there we go. So now we've got that all like that. Okay, so I've turned this whole piece around so we can see the 1, 2, 3 fasteners that we're going to turn. That's these fasteners here. So what they're showing us is we put this on top like we showed here. That's got to be pushed in and turn clockwise until it holds it down. Okay, using that tool that's marked 1000049. So I think we'll find that tool, we'll put that in, and we've already done that, putting that on, and we're going to turn those on. And then at the end, we're going to put 3 of these caps to cover that up. Okay, so we're going to put that in now. So let's do that. So we're going to find that fastener here. That's this one here, the big one. So that's good. So I'm going to put those three guys aside, push that in and turn it. So I've taken that off again because if you look here, I'm not sure if they really showed us how to put this on here. Maybe I went too quickly here. So they didn't really show us how to do it in this picture, right? You see? But if you look closely on this, there's an arrow. He's pointing at the arrow. See the arrow? And it's showing that it's down. So maybe that's what I missed. And if you look here carefully, you see the arrow is right there. There's a little arrow pointing that way. That's what he's pointing at. So that arrow has to go downwards there, which means it would have to go here. All three of them have to be lined with the arrows down and far enough in. So yeah, there we go. And I would say they should be probably better like that. Arrows like down but away, so that when you turn it, you'll catch this latch here. You see? It's a little latch. I'm going to show it to you again. Okay? You see where the arrow is? They're showing this arrow here. If you look here, you see how it's got like a little piece that sticks out on both sides? That's what's going to catch here. You see? Here it's wider. And then here it catches the edge of the top of that screw, and that's what holds it down. So it's a hold down. And of course, you've got to turn it in that direction clockwise to make it grab. See, you turn it clockwise and it's going to grab in there. So that's what we need to do. Find the arrow, put it like that so the arrow is down, because the arrow is showing you where this is first catching. We're going to put the arrow down and a bit away like that way. So we put them all like that. Orient them all like that. There's one arrow that way. The other arrow's here, so I'm going to go like that way. That will allow it to slip past here, and then it'll catch. And there's the other arrow here. Somehow, it's got to go, you got to get this almost lined up just right here. There's my arrow. So I got all those three arrows in the right location. So let's see if now I've got these lined up correctly so that it will work. Does it go now? I think they almost want you to jiggle these things around. The arrow's in the right spot. You're gonna have to find out where. This is really something here. There we go, look at that. Got that one in. This is really tricky. So you see, I got that one in. Find the arrow, make sure the arrow is that side so that you can. This is frustrating. Really, I tell you. I'm just not catching it. And something is wrong here. It's not able to catch this guy. There we go. I got that one. Oh, so it looks like you got to start with one and then slowly work your way and do all three, you see? And now I'm going to tighten this up until I get it good and tight, all three. Oh my God, that was so frustrating. Now I'll get this one. There we go. Almost gave up on that. So it takes a bit of finessing, but you will get them all on. And then just give them a good tighten. Again, remember, don't tighten too hard, because you don't want to pull those three pins out. Then we pop these guys on. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. So we've done now. We've got that all done. Let's see where we're at now. Okay, so let's take a look at where we're at now. Okay, so we've completed this. Next step is they're showing us, they want us to assemble that little piece underneath the desk. which is 1, 2, 3 pieces, and I've laid them out there in the same way. You can see that the upper piece there has 1, 2 large holes at the top, and 1, 2, 3 larger holes and 2 smaller holes. That's that. And then it has this creamy colored brown piece, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes like that in that arrangement, with the larger 1, 2, 3 holes lined up with those holes, and on the other side they're not lined up with those holes, so you have to arrange it in the right orientation. And then this, I've got it backwards, so I've got to turn this guy around like this, and now I've got all these 3 pieces lined up in the same orientation as they show, and I'm going to pop in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 11, 8, 3, 3, 1 screws. Okay, we'll put them in. Then they want us to assemble this together and put in the 101350s, which are the short fat ones. Okay, so let's get 3 of those, and we'll put this together. And let's see how we're doing this now. So 1, 2 there. So basically I'm going to take 1, 2 here, 1 here. And then 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now they want us to put these 3 dowels, 1, 2, 3, on that side. So lined up with the holes here. So that would be this one, lined up with this hole, and this hole. I got 1 here, I'll put 1 in the center, I'll put 1 right over there. So that's it. Okay, we've got that all done. We're going to move over to the next page, and then they tell us they want us to put this guy here like that, and take 2 of the turning fasteners and put them in and fasten them in. So here we go, 1 here, 1 here, and turn them in. Okay, so we've got that in now, that's done. Next step, 25, 2 dowels, 101 350s. Just like that. So we're going to get 2 of those. 1, 2. So basically this one lines up with here. So 1 there. This one lines up here, there. And then pop that in, and then put 3 of those. So that 1 goes here, 1 goes there, 1 goes there for these. Put that in. I'm going to turn this around so we can see what we're doing here. So 1, 2, 3, and the turn fasteners. So put 1 here. You can see that this side goes like that. So it goes in. The arrow points towards that screw section. A little tiny arrow here points down towards the screw. You can see the screw, and then you turn them all in. So you turn it. One like that, one like that, and one like that. Good. So now I got this. Let's set that aside because they tell us we're off that. And now again, we're doing the drawers on the right. So we're going to continue with this. And what they're showing us is we need to find this bracket and mount that bracket in. So let's set this aside. Let's go find that bracket. And I have that bracket right here. Doing this. And let's take a closer look at this. So that bracket, what we found, and they were asking us to get a 106623, 2 of them. So going back to our front page, 102663, 106623. Yeah, 106623. That's that one, and there is only 2 of them, so we got to find those 2 long screws and put them in. And we're going to put those shows that those 2 screws are going there on the bracket down onto there, okay? And 2. These are the only 2 long ones that I have. So I have them. We are going to put those on this bracket right on that spot right there. You see? So look at that orientation like that. Okay, we're going to put right on that bracket, and then over here we're going to put 11 4 6 1 3s into that. And the 11 4 6 1 3s go back here. 11 4 6 1 3s are the 6 times. So that's the other 2 of this. That's these 2 here. So we're going to take those 2 and put them up there, and these 2 and put them on the bracket. So we'll get that lined up here. We'll get the bracket lined up over here. Fasten this guy in. Let's get these 2 in first. Okay, so we've got those 2 on. Now the bracket. So I'm putting this in good and tight because I think we can bend this plate like they're showing in the image. Again, good and tight, but not too tight that you'll strip it. Okay, so we've done that. We are now putting in that piece that we just assembled, which is this piece here. And you can see it's got a long side and a short side. Long side is in the back, short side is on there. We've got to line that up on here, on those holes. So let's see if we can get them to line up in there. I know where those holes are. Maybe I should take a look here. Okay, that's why. It's not right at the bottom. Okay, so it kind of goes in like that. And this, you bend it and slide it in. Okay, and then you need to prepare those 2 screws, 100-224s. So I'm going to just set this over here so it doesn't fall. I don't want to break that. So I got to find these 100-224s. 100-224s, that's them there, okay? I got them. So now we're going to line this up. And we're going to put this in here. So here's 1, and there's 2. Okay, so I'll take my screwdriver out and put them in. Oh, here's where we need our little tool. Yep, that's what this is for. So just kind of turn that in until you get it right in. So that's done. So we've now done up to step 29. Now we have to do step 30, which is to put 2 of the turn fasteners in to hold that side there. So let's take 2 more of our turn fasteners and put them in. Okay, so we're going to put these 2 in. One underneath. They're showing us here. One goes underneath, one goes on the top. So find the one underneath. Okay, so we've done that. Now we're going to get our drawer and put it upside down and face it on there. So let's take a look at this. So they want us to take our drawer that we just assembled over there, turn it upside down so it's like that, orientation. Put 6 of the dowels, the 101-356s, and pop them right over that. So 6 in there, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of those fasteners that are already on there. So let's orient that, and we'll do that now. So the 101-356, that's these long dowels, and they want us to put those long dowels, you see, there's the small drawer, so that would be the small drawer. I've just turned this upside down so I can put them in, and we need to get those in the right orientation. So my guess is that they would be just to be safe, I'm going to put them down there. So, because I don't know where they're going to line up here. Oh, it looks like they're the inner ones. So you see we have these two outer pins, and then the inner pins are the dowels. So the inner pins are the dowels. So we're going to put these in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Here. Okay. There we go. So now I'm going to turn this guy upside down. We're going to orient this so that it locks in there. You got to make sure you hold on to this tight so it doesn't break. And you got to line these holes up. This is going to be the tricky part. Hopefully that we can line up these holes here. It would be nice if I had somebody to help me here. This is where you might be able to use a little bit of help. So I'm going to try to, you can see the holes here better. So here we go, here we go. I got it, I got it, I got it. Okay, it wasn't too bad. Here we go. So now that I've got that in, sitting good, the next step now is turn the page. They want us to use 4 of the turn fasteners, and inside there again turning clockwise. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's get them in, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are my last 4 turn fasteners. And I'm going to put them in. Alright, so the 4 turn fasteners are installed. And what's next? Now they're saying we can put these are the things you hammer in, but I don't want to put those in because personally I would prefer to just put felt on the bottom, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put felt on the bottom and it'll go better. My experience with these things is sometimes the plastic will break, then you're left with a screw or with a little nail which will scratch and destroy your floor. I've had that happen and I'm not going to do that again, so I do not like to use these little feet here that you hammer in. I'm going to bypass that step, and I would recommend that you consider doing that too. Just get yourself some nice felt, and I put felt here, 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 and here, and then the same thing there. Nice piece of felt, and you slide this around on a hardwood floor. You won't damage your hardwood floor. So I'm going to bypass this step altogether. The next step is to put the door hinges on and line in the door, and a shelf. Put a shelf and the hinges, and then we'll put the door in, and that's it. And I think we're almost done with this. So let's see about turning this guy around now. So I'm going to just flip this desk around this way. Okay, I will turn this around for us so we can see what we're doing here. So let's now work on getting the drawer put in. So right now our next step is to put these 2 door fasteners. So we're going to need to find 1, 2 of the 100 344 screws, okay? Okay, so I found the piece that we need here. So that's this piece here. So you see it's got an A and a B, A and a B, A and a B, and it's got, this is the I guess the adjustment screw. It's got the arrow here pointing, that's probably towards the outside. So there's your arrow. So it's got the alignment correct here. Then they want us to put the screws in the back hole where my finger is here, on that one, not in the front. Do you see where the line goes through? Not the front, but in the back one. So we got to put those 2 in the back, in the B. And then we'll line that up in there, line that up, upper and lower, and we'll do that 2 screws here, 2 screws there, that's 4, which I have. And then they'll tell us to put this drawer inside here, okay? So the drawer will go inside here after. So we're going to put those 2 screws in first. Okay, so that's done. Now we'll pop in our shelf. So our shelf goes in here. Let's put it in the, let's say we put it here, upper ones. Our shelf has 3 sides that are not really finished, and then one nice side that's finished, so that'll be the front. I would say that's how we're going to put that in. There's your... There you go. Nice. So there's our shelf. Now we just need a door to go on. And our door is here. So here's our door. We're going to have to put our fastening hinges on. So we're going to put one hinge here. And we are going to screw those in. Okay, so now that we've got our door done, let's see what they tell us to do now. Okay, so we put all that, we put the shelf. Now they tell us to put little bumpers on the doors. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bumpers. 2 for the drawer and 2 for the door. And then after we've already done this. Guess we didn't look at that, so basically it's just exactly what we just done. And we're going to put the door on, what it says, put the door on, and then make your adjustment here on this screw. And yeah, slide it right over, that's it. And then put your drawer in, so we're going to do that. So let's get the door on if you can. Get the door lined up. I like to start with the bottom one. There we go. Or maybe the upper one. So you see it's got like a little hole here and here that's larger, and then a slot. The idea is to get the hole over this screw and this screw, and then slide it in. So here's one there, and then like that, see? And then apparently you screw those on. So we will tighten up this screw down here, and the one up there. And that looks good. I'll put the bumpers on, no problem, at the end. And then we'll get our drawer in here. Let's see if our drawer slips in nice. We did our drawer already, and I put it over here. And we're almost done with this. There we go. So our drawer is in, our door is in, and we've got ourselves a desk. So that's about it. I'm going to put some felt on the bottom. Once I get the felt on the bottom and some bumpers on here, we're all done. So thank you for following through with us here. I hope this helps you to assemble your unit. There might have been a few tricky things that will help you along the way. But pretty much that's a MALM, M-A-L-M, IKEA desk. Okay, and again, this drawers can go and door can go either on the right side or on the left side. But my daughter wanted hers on the right side, so we put hers on the right side. She's right-handed. So thank you again for following us. Hope this helps. If you like the video, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.